good practice again today. We haven't had really a bad practice. Kids' attitude is great. The energy is good. Finished with a 2-minute today. That was solid. Just lots of energy and just continue to just work on the details. It's amazing. Come out here every day and work on stuff, but there's just more details, so we're still a work in progress. So.
What's this Air Narduzzi offense I've been hearing so much about?
Don't believe Air Narduzzi offense. I mean, we're going to run the ball, Jerry. Don't forget that. But we're going to throw. I mean, they think when you complete a couple passes, it's Air Narduzzi. But I guess they're not used to catching many passes or completing them.
We talked to Will Gregg earlier, and he said that you and him had a lot of conversations, maybe during the season, maybe after the season, when he probably produced less than he was hoping for. What did you see from him through the year last year, and what are you kind of expecting out of him this year?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of conversations, but
some conversations.
Yeah, maybe some, I guess. But Will's an athletic guy that can catch the ball, can run down the field, got to be a better blocker. Really, that's the conversation I remember having with him. It wasn't about catching the ball or running routes. It's really about blocking because you're either going to be a big receiver or you're going to be a tight end. We don't need a big receiver. We need a tight end, and he's had a nice spring so far. And he's getting tougher in their blocking, and he's got to be able to block. It doesn't. If you're going out there and they know you're going to throw it, then you're going to be in trouble.
Talked with Salim today too. I mean, a guy like him who's been around for so long, played so much, a lot of different spots. I mean, what's his role on the defense? You see from him right now.
It's interesting, Brian. You asked that. Salim. I was ready to jump all over him. The first few days. We moved Salim back and forth from Mike. He's played Mike a couple years ago, and then we moved him to the money position because we wanted him and Chase Pine to battle for that. And he wasn't playing great right there, but so we moved him back to the Mike, and he's really taken off there. I mean, it's his natural position. He's just better, at least at this point. We still want to get him better at that boundary position because you never know. But right now, he's competing for the starting Mike position, and we played 3 guys a year ago, and Elias is a really, really good football player as well. But Salim is battling for that starting Mike position. I think he's pretty good. It's, and then Phil Campbell's working into the boundary a little bit as well as to the field, which is amazing. I didn't know if he'd be physical enough to do it, but not only is he physical, he's tough, and he knows how to leverage his body and play with leverage. So, I've been happy with those guys.
How much sub package?
Chase is outside. Chase and Phil are battling out for that boundary, and Salim and Elias are battling for the middle spot there.
How much sub-package stuff do you do in the spring, or is it mostly just the base defense?
No, it's there's a lot of sub. I think we put it in day 4, so we'll do quite a bit. Got some new wrinkles on third down. That we've kind of got in the off season, so we work a lot of it. Matter of fact, we had two 9-minute skellies today, and one was all really sub-package today. So, but no, we work quite a bit of it.
Thinking of that linebacker competition you just discussed, I mean, I guess outlook's pretty bright then for Cam at the other side.
Yeah, Cam looks good, but Phil can go over there and play too. So it's really coming down to Phil got a lot of work to the field. Then we're just trying to get our 3 best on the field. And Phil was playing so good, it was like, hey, let's put Cam and Phil in at the same time. So it wasn't that Cam just physically probably couldn't do what you just saw more out of Phil when he was in the box as opposed to out of the box. But Phil can play both. He's really good at both. But Cam's playing good. Really, just putting those 2 guys on the field at the same time is what we, came out of the last week's scrimmage. But we got a long time to go, and Chase Pine's going to continue to work, and he's still a young guy mentally, but he's so much better than he was a year ago.
How do you feel like your offensive lines come together? I mean, I know you've kind of moved some pieces around, and how important is it for you to have some guys separate themselves so you can start to build that continuity? It
is. I mentioned Carter Warren the other day, but I think the offensive line's playing well. I'm impressed with what they've done after 10 practices. I mean, the inside drill today, and I've got to go back and watch the tape, but our offensive line, ran the ball pretty well there, better than normal. So I'm impressed with what Coach Borbley and Coach Whipple have done really with the run game and what they're doing with those kids. So it looks good so far.
You're going to be on campus Sunday to see the reveal and I guess catch the T-Pain
I will be there.
Concert.
Who?
T-Pain?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I guess I am. My kids will probably tell me, is there a concert going on too?
Yeah.
How important are things like that, where it's the association with Nike or new uniforms? How useful can those things be when it comes to the recruiting trail for you guys?
Well, I don't think we had ugly uniforms in the past, and we have the best. Nike is the best. So I don't care what color uniforms. Your uniforms could be purple and black. It's that we have Nike. I mean, there's no other shoe. I've worn other shoes before, but there's no other shoe that's like Nike. There's nothing like Nike. So now the branding and whatever we have new, I can't wait to see it because I haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying?
You haven't seen it, really?
I don't know. I say I haven't, but it's just going to be interesting to see what comes of it this weekend. I think it's going to be neat. But Nike's unbelievable. We're great to have them as partners. That's for sure.